What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. And we just got a clip for the next episode of Star Wars Rebels, but I'm going to take a look at this clip that just got posted over on Star Wars YouTube channel. Let's check out this new episode.
Good afternoon, Commander. I'm eager to hear your opinion on the improvements made to the TIE Defender program.
Allow me to present the Defender Elite for your inspection, Grand Admiral, and then I will provide you with a flight demonstration.
They're headed for the fighter. Sabine's still in there.
Get ready. Things are about to get interesting.
Sabine, we have to go, now!
I've almost got it. Just stole him.
Stole him? How? It's Thrawn!
I'm confident you'll think of something.
All right, so if you saw Rebels Recon for the most recent episode that aired Monday night, we know that we're going back to Lothal. The question that I have is what allows the Rebels, the Ghost Crew specifically, to be able to break off from what's going on Yavin 4 with Mon Mothma and return back to Lothal? Do they have some kind of mission? Are they investigating something there or under orders from Mon Mothma, or have they just decided, hey, we got to go back to Lothal and see what's going on there? Because that's something that comes up when they're on the ship talking with Saw Gerrera. It's something I'm going to get into in my review that I'm going to be recording soon after I get this edited and posted. Again, we saw the white Lothal wolf, the Loth wolf. Ezra's hearing some kind of weird noise. I'm just going to go ahead and interpret whenever we hear some kind of like weird music or sound effect, and we're seeing Ezra, and Ezra's like seeing something. I'm going to just assume that Ezra's hearing some kind of weird music, the same way he heard the music, like the singing coming from that giant kyber crystal from the most recent episode that aired. Is that something indicating that we could see Ahsoka Tano pop up in this? Something weird related to the Force? Those are things that I'm going to be looking for. Again, I'm glad to see Grand Admiral Thrawn come back into the picture. Dave Filoni in a recent interview said that Thrawn is the arch villain of this season, but there may be other potential villains or other bigger villains. And the article that I read was wondering or questioning who that is. If you heard me go off in one of the other videos from last week leading up to the Heroes of the Rebellion episode, I've been kind of going off on Governor Price after having completed the Thrawn novel. And I think that she might be the big arch villain of this season, like bigger than Thrawn, right? Because if you've read the Thrawn novel or heard me talk about Thrawn lately, Thrawn's got his own agenda, and it has nothing to do with the Empire. He says he's loyal to the Emperor, but in the novel we find out that's not the case. We find out that Thrawn isn't what he says he is, not what he told the Empire he is. Like I said, Thrawn has his own agenda. I won't call him a rebel, but I'm going to say that there's a third player, there's a third faction in play. Grand Admiral Thrawn is the only representative of that faction that we've seen so far, but Thrawn is actively recruiting. So when people are like, Prince, I know a way that Ezra and Kanan could still survive Rebels, this and that. Well, I know a way too. And if you've read the Thrawn novel and you know what happened with the guy that Thrawn personally trained up, Commander Vanto at this point, or was he Lieutenant Commander or Commander when he reached his highest rank? Well, we know where Vanto is now. We know who Vanto is with. He's no longer with the Empire, and he's no longer with a rebel. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you either need to read the Thrawn novel or wait until I decide to start talking about that topic, which means you need to keep coming back and engaging in the conversations that are going over here over on Urban Acolyte TV. But anyway, those are my thoughts on this little preview clip. What do you guys think about, what did you guys think about this clip? What are you most looking forward to in this week's season or next week's episode? I like confused two questions. And I was going to say, how do you feel about this season so far? And what are you most excited about seeing that we haven't seen yet? I'm going to go back and take a look at the trailers. It seems like we've seen a lot of the clips from the trailers, and I kind of known that beforehand, that most of the trailers are composed of the first like 5 or 6 episodes. And since we're getting all double episodes right now, we're going to be getting episodes 5 and 6. So that's something to think about, is that we're probably going to see everything. By next week, we'll probably have seen everything from the trailers, with the exception of maybe Ruch and the things pertaining to that character when Thrawn recruits him, right? Which means that we have no idea what's coming. I fully believe that we are going to see Ahsoka Tano if she does live. It's not going to be as a wolf or as a spirit. I think that'll be something that'll be teased after they come back from the winter break, after we've seen The Last Jedi. Maybe there's some things that we'll see in Rebels that I won't say that tie into The Last Jedi, but might be things, and when we see the movie and we come back and see the last few episodes in season 4, we might say, oh, that kind of foreshadowed that, or that's an image or something, right? But right now we're already seeing things that directly tie into Rogue One, whether Dave intended that or not, because he says they're not specifically doing tie-ins, direct tie-ins to the movies. But it's all one big galaxy, so everything is related in some kind of way, even if we have characters that are having their stories told in different formats. So like I said, what are you most looking forward to seeing in this week's episode? What are you most looking forward to seeing in season 4 that you know is coming, but we haven't seen yet? So let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Embark on the journey of becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Continue to support the channel. You can support the podcast or the live version of the podcast on the live streams by hopping over to www.patreon.com/urbanacolyte and becoming a patron of everything that we're doing here on, or that I'm doing here on Urban Acolyte TV. Anyway, I got a lot of videos that I got to get out to you guys in the next couple of days, because I took a few days off to rest and deal with some personal stuff. But anyway, I got a lot of content coming to you guys the rest of this week. So be sure to keep checking back. If you're not getting those notifications, just keep coming back to the channel to see what's new. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.